Hi, we're here at the International Hotel Investment Forum 2015 in Berlin to focus on all the latest breaking news for the boutique and lifestyle hotel sector. Join me.
David, can you tell me about the launch of the Vibe brand, the thinking behind it, and how it's been received and what your global pipeline is?
Yeah, the Vibe concept is really as a result of observing some emerging consumer trends. Obviously, the millennials is an important customer segment, and Travel Click just came out with a forecast that in 10 years' time, they're going to account for about 75% of total travel spend. So we have to pay attention to that segment and ask ourselves, what is it that they want? And through our consumer research, we determined that they don't want the same boring hotel experience. They want something that's exciting and vibrant, something that's engaging and empowering. So we thought about this Vibe concept. The Vibe name itself is important because it stands for vibrant. If you think about cities like Berlin or San Francisco or New York City, you know, these cities are vibrant, they are colorful, they're lively, they're exciting, and that's why we chose the name Vibe, as in vibrant.
Why you launched the brand, how it's been received by hoteliers, and you have in the pipeline?
Sure, I'd love to. So we launched Curio last year, and the reason we did is for years our owners have been asking us to get into this collection space, because we have owners that have these fabulous independent hotels that are in that 4 and 5 star luxury upper upscale segment that really wanted to hook up to the Hilton engine and benefit from the 44 million honors members and our sales teams and all of our technology, but they wanted to keep that authentic independent ethos that they created themselves. So we like to say to our owners, your vision, our Hilton Worldwide engine. So that was really the reason why we jumped into this space.
So Robin, can you tell me what trends you've seen in hotel transactions in the UK and Ireland over the last year, and what do you see happening in the next 12 months?
Yeah, there's been some great activity over the last couple of years. There's still a wall of money, private equity in the sector. We're seeing some Asian money coming in. We're seeing a lot of the US funds in particular, and they're searching for yield. So we expect 2015 and 2016 to show some good opportunities, some good returns, and some key cities are showing yield compression, but we think that there is still some great opportunities out there, and it's compounded, it's helped by the fact that oil is cheaper. We have a currency issue now where sterling is actually stronger, but that's making the euro weaker and other countries more attractive. And ultimately, we think that there's going to be further consolidation in the sector.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing lots of brands launched here, particularly by the big hotel chains. Europe is comparatively under-branded in the hotel space. Do you think the independents are under pressure from the tidal wave of brands coming through?
Well, if we take the US, which is about 85% branded, if we take Europe, it's about 40% branded, and if we take Italy, I've just come from a recession, and apparently it's 8% branded. So we're definitely going to see more brands in the UK. It's about 65-35, and we reckon it's going to go about 70-30 in the next couple of years. The independent hotels will always have a market, but the brands are definitely gaining traction, and they're consolidating because they have the economies of scale. And ultimately, we may see some brands disappear and some new ones emerge, but that's the nature of the industry. Consolidation is where it's at.
So, tell me about the hotel report.
BLP's 2015 European Hotel Market Survey has revealed some interesting trends this year. One of the most interesting, I think, is that 77% of our respondents, and we'd go out to over 300 people, predicted an increase in RevPAR in Europe over the coming 12 months. The interesting thing about that is that last year's survey showed that 97% of people felt there'd be an increase in RevPAR in Europe. So quite a big plunge there, and perhaps that indicates that we're getting to the top of the cycle.
Any other aspects of the report that surprised you? Social media,
Our respondents did comment interestingly on social media that I think well over 90% of them predicted that they would be spending a lot more on social media in their hotels this year. And that is an interesting trend, and it has been an evolving one, because over the last few years there was a feeling that social media wasn't necessarily something that the modern hotel needed to invest in. So there's been a real sea change there. Hotels from budget through to luxury have very definitely made a decision that they need to look at increased use of technology. Free Wi-Fi is always the big issue, with some people rating it higher in terms of importance than a good night's sleep. But hotels really seem to be waking up now to the fact that free Wi-Fi is almost expected across the board.
Yeah, Canopy is our entrance into lifestyle space. If you look at what Hilton had to offer the consumers, we had basically 11 different brands, incredible value propositions, but we really didn't have a brand that was in the lifestyle space. So this was a way for us as the Hilton brand to basically attract a new kind of customer that's probably staying more with the independent hotels or the existing lifestyle hotels that we probably weren't attracting, with our other brands on a regular stay occasion, and that's the key. So one of the parts that we did that was different, I think, than most of the brands that have been created is we had time to research this brand. So about 2.5-year journey, we went to well over 9,000 customers in the US and China and UK, and we really tested every step of the way through the process of creating this great brand. That started first and foremost with who are our customers going to be. And going back to what I mentioned earlier about our brand propositions, value propositions, the 4 kind of customer mindsets we'd identified for Canopy, and once again I want to point to what I said, customer mindsets. We don't look at a demographic, we look at their mindsets. And 2 of those in particular are really critical for our brand in order to be successful and probably weren't staying at Hilton properties. That's a consumer mindset that we're calling the originals. The originals are a little younger, skewing a little bit more female, the consultant business travelers looking for unique experiences in a kind of very neighborhood way. And then the cultured vacationers, which are those high-end business or leisure travelers that are really looking for the local restaurants, the museums, the art, right at their doorsteps. So if you look at what we weren't, in the space we weren't with Hilton, it's probably that lifestyle space attracting those people almost looking for that very unique neighborhood experience and want to go outside their door and find amazing culture right at their doorsteps.
So you can tell us a bit about the Premier Collection and how it's been received by independent hoteliers.
Well, first of all, the Premier Collection has received tremendous accolades and people are really excited about it. And the reason is it's really designed with the current independent hotels in mind. If you think about their needs right now, whether it's in Europe or in the United States or in Asia, a lot of those hotels, because they're independent, they are heavily reliant on the OTAs, the online travel agents. And as such, the OTA's share of business is over 20%, sometimes 30% of total business, which means they're really at the mercy of the OTAs, and the OTAs can dictate the commission that they want to charge. So these hotels are looking for alternative without giving up their identity or independence.